So the first detail, small detail and important detail, is that English has kind of two kinds of verbs. Now, you don't see this a lot in grammar books, but what I mean is that the verb to have is a little bit special in English. Sometimes it can be a be verb, sometimes it can be a do verb. Now, that's maybe not so clear, but what I mean is, and in a very simple way, not too much complicated grammar stuff. If we look at this sentence here, I have time today. I have done it before. So what kind of word is time and what kind of word is done? All right, because this is important when we look at the fact that time is a noun or a thing and done is a verb. That's the basic difference. Because if we look at phrases like this about what is after the verb have, or I have done it before, all right? So if we look here now at the negative of the verb, if you look very closely at the difference now, because on one sentence we have, sorry, well, that's not correct. I need to make a correction. I'm sorry. Oh, this isn't very professional. It's working okay. All right. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. That's not working. All right. So on one sentence, you can say, I don't have time today. You use the word don't. And another sentence, you use, I have not done it before. That's important because in the verb in your language, when we think about translation, usually the negative in other languages is extremely simple. Like in Spanish or Portuguese, it's just the word no or now or nicht in German or nie in Polish. It's usually very, very simple. And this is one of the small kind of problems that we see, because I know it's a small detail to start, but if you look at the two sentences again, I have time today, I have done it before. What kind of word is time? What kind of word is done, right? That time is a noun or a thing and done is a verb, or it's the past participle, right? So I don't have time today. I have not done it before. And that's what I mean when I say the verb to have in English is a little bit special, because sometimes in translation, it's not so clear. For example, the correct phrase in modern English is to say, I don't have time. It is possible to see a sentence like, I haven't the time, but this is old, archaic, not really correct today. It's not used in modern English, all right? And before we continue, it's important to understand this little difference, right? Because to form the present perfect, we have the present tense of the verb, you have the past simple, and then the third one, you know, what you always see in your grammar book, the past participle, right? And that's the part of the verb we use with present perfect. Hi, Cleverson from Curitiba. Girish Kumar, good. Oh, you're a big fan. I'm a big fan of you too for coming to the class. So if we just look again, that if we have and a noun, that in the negative it will be don't, and the question will be do, okay? But if we have and the verb have plus the past participle, you will see have not done it, and then changing the word order in a question. That is a small, fundamental, important detail before you start with the present perfect, because you must understand that the present perfect is using a verb, past participle, and will always use not in the negative, okay? And that's in our quiz later, actually, right? So these are our form, right? With I, you, we, they, have, and past participle, okay? With he, she, or it, it's the word has. You get there? What's Fernando asking? Sorry, Fernando, I'm going to come back to the questions in the end. I can't. Can I use haven't got? No, haven't got is okay, Fernando. Haven't got is okay, but haven't and a noun is not okay, right? But he, she, it has been, seen, gone, right? And the negative, this is the important part. I have not been. Have not is to haven't, all right? And he or she has not, hasn't been. And then to ask a question, you change the word order. Because a lot of students, when learning questions, you learn, well, first you learn about are you, can you, changing the word order, and later you learn do you want, do you need. But it's important to understand that you will never see don't or do you with the present perfect, all right? Has geschehen. So we have two basic ideas with the present perfect. One is the present perfect simple. Now, I don't love grammar terminology. I try to avoid grammar terminology, not too much. But we have the simple, which is I have lived here for 2 years. And then present perfect continuous is I have been living here for 2 years with the ing, right? So the present perfect continuous, now I will explain the differences, I promise, okay? I will explain. It's I, you, we, they, have been, verb, ing. I have been working, I have been traveling, etc., right? Or he or she has been traveling, has been working, right? In the negative, I have not been working, have not been living or traveling, okay? And negative again with he, she, it, all right? Now, that's just the basic form of how you create it.